F major. First finger, first fret, first and second string. We're using our first finger for both strings. Okay? Second finger, second fret, third string. 1, 2, 3. Third finger, third fret, fourth string. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're playing the first 4 strings. F major. The 6th and 5th string stays silent. Now sometimes you will find yourself accidentally bumping into the 5th string. The only way to really avoid that is to have in your mind the idea of aiming for the strings that are on the lower part of the fretboard. Alright, now let's look at a slight variation of this where we add an additional bass note by moving our third finger up 1 string to the 5th string. And then we take our 4th finger and replace the note that we just moved from. So we put it onto the 3rd fret, 4th string, which is where our 3rd finger was originally. So now the 4th finger is just below the 3rd finger, and we're going to play the first 5 strings. Now the nice thing about this, apart from the fact that it gives it a fuller sound with some more bass, is now you don't have to worry about accidentally bumping into the 5th string because you're actually playing the note. So now if you're aiming for the strings on the lower part of the neck, the high-pitched strings or the thinner strings, if you accidentally bump into the 5th string, it's okay because that is actually a part of the chord. F major. Now, just as a note, if you put your first finger like this on the 1st fret, this is the F major bar chord. This is the most difficult variation of this chord that beginners usually find difficult because of the amount of hand strength that is required to maintain this particular position. So we'll talk about this position in a separate video where we're focusing on bar chords. But let's go ahead and actually focus on a super simple variation of the F major chord, which is actually based off of the first position that we went over. And in this particular case, what we will do is we will release the pressure on the 1st string, and we're actually just going to play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings only. The 1st, 5th, and 6th strings are all silent, so we're just playing these 3 strings. Right? 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string. Now this is the most super simple variation of the F chord, and it's a good starting point for absolute beginners, but I definitely recommend you work your way up to at least the first position we went over, where you're also including that note on the 1st string. And then if you want to challenge yourself a little more and even make it possibly, arguably, easier to play because now you don't have to worry about accidentally bumping into the 5th string, just actually include the 5th string by moving the 3rd finger up, as we said, to the 5th string, and then putting your 4th finger where the 3rd finger was, bringing it just below the 3rd finger onto the 3rd fret, 4th string, and then you're jamming with the first 5 strings. And there you see I'm accidentally bumping in to the 6th string. Still not really a big deal as long as it's not really being emphasized. If you're just grazing against it slightly, it's not a big deal. Let's play it with that 6th string. See, I'm just kind of grazing it. Now let's play it really emphatically incorrect. Right? So that's how it would sound if you just bang right into that 6th string, right? So your goal is to aim toward the strings on the lower part of the neck, meaning the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th string. Aim for those. If you hit the 5th string, if you have this position, you're covered. And then if you do accidentally graze against the 6th string, still not a big deal as long as you're not smashing into it. If you're feeling the vibes, jam the like and subscribe. F major chord. See you in the next video.